Good morning, friends. This is 1st of June, and welcome back to my channel, Analyst World by Abhishek Burr. Excuse me. So, yesterday we had a fantastic run. This video is going to be short for multiple purposes. So, we will quickly dive into what had happened yesterday. So, yesterday we opened somewhere around here, that is 15,455, and immediately the sell off had happened, wherein the Nifty plummeted to below 15,400 and immediately took support. We didn't enter here. We did not enter here. We let this candle form. We let the another candle form also. And only when the middle line of the Bollinger as well as the Keltner channel was crossed, we could see a flag pattern being building. So we took a small position here and I advised all my clients and they did good, of course. They scalped their profit and they booked their profit somewhere around here. And then once I saw that there was a flag pattern, it was emerging somewhere around 10:50, 11 o'clock. Then I was more or less confirmed that we are heading towards a fantastic up move of at least another 100 points or so. So exactly at this point, I multiplied my position, took another 4 or 5 lots in Nifty as well as Banknifty and advised the same to my clients as well. Once this flag pattern was broken, we were expecting the kind of move, and the same kind of move happened in case of Banknifty, as you can see. Now, from here to where, now you see from here also, it has made a very beautiful, the patterns, the price action and the patterns have been followed so swiftly. I'm really glad. This is kind of, a chartist delight. I'll expand it into the 15 minutes as well. And you see that the things have not changed much. It is showing the same kind of bullishness. In fact, once this W once this W is formed, now the move that we can expect is again upside, on the upside. And look at this 15-minute chart also. It's a complete straight line from here, that is around 10:15 onwards till 1 o'clock. It was a complete straight line and it gave you a move of almost 80 odd points, which could have been captured easily and safely. Well, now let's just move to what had happened to the Bank Nifty. Well, the Bank Nifty, there is a little bit of resistance at 35,500, which was seen pretty much. And Bank Nifty was actually more volatile than Nifty itself, with the low being at 34,930 and the high being at 35,500. 35,500 and I mean close to 35,600. So this is about close to, let's say, about 700 points volatility which we encountered. But 35,500 Bank Nifty is really struggling. Again, the patterns are very good. Patterns are very bullish, even in the smaller time frame to the larger time frame. All right. So if you see that, it's taking a fantastic support from the Keltner channel itself. Bank Nifty is taking a support continuously, which actually bolsters our confidence. So the $1,000,000 question is that, will this will this bull run continue on Tuesday as well? On Tuesday, as we know, that we are not going to get any cues from the US market because it was closed yesterday. Let's take a quick look at the option chain. So the option chain, as it is in front of me, you'll see again that the call unwinding spree is continuing even at 15,500, which means that the call writers have just no confidence whatsoever even at 15,500. It gives us a couple of more things. One is that the support line is continuously shifting upward, so that is going to make the higher low going forward. But one more interesting thing is that the heavy call unwinding has happened even at 16,000. So if you see, close to 9,000 contracts have been unwound at 16,000. And as the call unwindings are happening at these higher levels, the put writers are becoming more active and they are building on their laurels. So if you see that 15,550 yesterday, this contract I was somewhere around 18,000, 19,000, and this was somewhere close to about 5,000, 6,000. From here, it has now see that it's now almost leveling back. And 15,500 now may seem to be support. Of course, as we said before, that this data is just a static data of an otherwise highly dynamic market. But definitely at the end of the day, it does give us some sort of understanding that where we can head from. So from here, and looking at the market sentiment with the kind of call unwinding that has happened, I would believe that 15,500 is now going to act as a superb support itself. And on the upside, I believe that 15,700 is still my target, as I had mentioned in the weekly video. All right, now let's see what has happened in the Bank Nifty. In the Bank Nifty space, the options, the immediate resistance again, the call unwinding has happened at 35,200. As you can see that the call writers are gradually receding from their positions from the lower end to the higher end, which does couple of things. One is that it shifts the base upward, as seen in the 5 minute charts, 15 minute chart, or even in a daily chart, which it will show it much more prominently. And on the other, it helps the put option writers to immediately write their contracts. So now with Bank Nifty, the immediate support that is of some value is around 35,000. 35,500 still is acting as a good resistance. So we will have to see if the market opens gap up. We will have to give it some time as far as Bank Nifty is concerned to settle it down. I would like to buy Bank Nifty again at dip. Hey, both Nifty and Bank Nifty are actually buy on dip market. And on the other hand, as I said before, that before 36,000, I really do not see much of a resistance. So I won't be surprised that today itself, Bank Nifty can actually, take a support from 35,500 or 35,482 and then come to 36,000 itself. It inches towards 36,000 or 35,700, 35,800. All right. So how the sectors are performing? To my surprise, and I admit, to my surprise, the sectors that I was banking on, or rather, I thought that they are going to outperform the market. It did not quite perform well yesterday. Whether it was media, whether it was in fact the PSU banks as well, they did not quite perform as was expected. But hey, what's that? This kind of things are going to be there. And as far as the metal sector is concerned, I'm revising my view now. But I will observe for one more day. This is a daily candle of Nifty Metal. Nifty Metal, as you can see, that it took a quite bit of consolidation, quite a bit of rest here, and it almost touched the mid Keltner channel and mid Bollinger level, and from there it has given the first green candle. Of course, yesterday this was visible in their in their in their performance as well. Just for your understanding, if you see the Nifty Metal, Nifty Metal has yesterday has really been the top performers. So we had a sale giving you 5.5%, Moil giving you 5.24%, JSW at 3.24%. Almost all of them were in green. So it kind of boosts my confidence back into metal. I believe that there is some steam still left in metal. I am revising my analysis and my position on metal, and now I'm going to be bullish on metal for at least the month of June. Of course, I will observe today's data, and then only I will confirm that. All right. So with that, is there anything else that I want to discuss about? Of course, Nifty financials. This has been in my radar for some time. This morning, yesterday I had advised all my clients to go long on Muthoot, go long on ICICI Bank and M&M Finance. As you can see, that all of them have given very good results. Today also, I'm bullish on the Nifty financials and in particular HDFC. This is going to be in my radar. And the auto stocks, if they are on the decline, well, please don't think that there is now going to be a huge correction or a crash which has come in. Grab them, they are in the buying zone. So my pick is going to be, as far as auto is concerned, my picks are going to be Mahindra and Mahindra. My pick is going to be Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland. And again, mind you, I'm not talking about the intraday. I'm talking about holding for at least a quarter or so, or let's say another month or so. That's the minimum timeline that I'm looking at. Stay well, do trade well, and if there are any updates in the intraday, I will update all of you. But all in all, it's a heavily bullish market. It's a buy on dip market. Do not miss the rally. Always consult your financial advisor. Now you see, whenever I can give you one small way to actually approach it, please plot your chart on a 15 minutes, and when you say in this up move, whenever the candles are forming in and around the upper half of the Keltner channel, you can safely buy with a small stop loss. See, this kind of candle is basically, again, a chartist delight, and it boosts confidence all the more. So that's it from my end. Stay well and trade well.